Loneliness is an epidemic that's never ending. It's always going on. You're seeing it a lot with young people. You even see it myself, personally, me as an inspirational speaker, this and that. As of right now, I'm usually in the house alone due to me not having a car to drive or not really having that much of a social circle since everybody usually busy with their own thing. And the people who are like me when it comes to motivational speaking and XYZ are mostly out of town, probably too. But to get to the point here, loneliness is a real thing. Loneliness is an epidemic that is very serious. You see it with a lot of young people my age, you see it with people even older, but I think it's something because of the fact that nobody's trying to find out how to fix it. And the best way to fix it is not by doing it through systems, but by strategically and actually really thinking about what's inside you that makes you feel like you truly want to talk, be sociable, and feel happy. And so I have some things that I've written down, and I wanted to provide you a unique way on how you can eliminate loneliness and make loneliness epidemic have a cure, which is networking. Through networking, the first thing you have is a hobby. For example, with me, a hobby I like is basketball. Now, just to let you know, a hobby does not mean passion. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We're not saying a passion. We're not saying that you want to do something for a living on this. I want to make sure I do X, Y, and Z so I can get this as my career. No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about how you feel when you look at something or do something that brings you interest. Whatever you look or do at, whatever you look at for entertainment or do as entertainment to keep you engaged in a fun way. Well, if I happen to be something that's your passion or something that you want to align money with, what is that? Find that. Once you find that, that's already a great way of finding connections. Another one is finding a passion or having a passion. For me, I do content creation. I do motivational speaking. I write books. I've written 2 books. I love writing. I'm a creative writer. And so by doing that, I've aligned myself with other people and network other people who has the same approach that I have and want to have the same momentum of growing like I do and have that same idea of let's think of things in a philosophical type way. Think deep about it and see how we can grow from there because I'm a deep retrospective type guy. But from there on, you find your social circle. But we're not finished yet because you're like, oh, I already got what I got. No, not just yet, Mr. Person or Mrs. Person looking at this. We're not finished yet. You, yourself, are in a box like this. Are in a box. You're like that little dot in a box. You're trying to find out how to get out, right? But the reason why you're stuck in that box is because you make yourself stuck in that box. Well, I don't have a license if you're young. I don't have a social life. I don't have a social circle. I don't trust social media. Why put these limited beliefs on you? If you don't have a license yet, go ask somebody who's trustworthy that you know drive you and hang out with them. Yes, I know it's not like being your own car at XYZ, but if your car broke down or if you don't have a license, go out there and ask one of your friends to hang out with. If there are people that are doing the right things and not going against the rules. I don't network with people on social media. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like being on Zoom. I don't like being online. Why you don't like that? Social media isn't all bad. Being online isn't all bad because some days when you might be tired, you might just want to get online. And some people, they might not even like showing their face and they just get on and have their fake face on there as they're on there. Well, I don't like talking to people in person. It gets me nervous. Well, experiment. Let me tell you this right now with me. I was never this extroverted guy who I am now. I was very introverted in the past. And I built up to becoming the person I am right now. And so with you, right now, you looking at this, you made your own box. And so the best way to get out of it is breaking it slowly, getting out, going on that line, the line of life. It's not perfect, it's up and down, but eventually you'll get somewhere. And that place is your destination that you've been waiting for. What destination? Your purpose. Not your purpose as in your passion, not your purpose as in your hobby, not your purpose as in your social group. Your purpose as in, even though you might can't see it all the way, audio listeners, if you're listening to me from an intro perspective, visual watchers, if you're looking at this and seeing that I have purpose kind of jumbled on this whiteboard, your purpose is what leads you from coming out your big thinking box. So I know this may sound kind of confusing here, but to make it more simple here is that you limit your own beliefs. Limiting beliefs will stop you from achieving anything. That's why loneliness is such an epidemic. Not because of just mental health, because that is a serious thing. I've dealt with that as well. Not just because you don't have the resources, but sometimes it starts from the mind. From the mind, that's where you can build up from. And from doing that, from letting go of those limited beliefs, taking in the full advantage, even though it may hurt, it may not feel right, it may not seem right, even though at the end it may be right, doing it. And once you do it, you can get through. Yes, if you're young, you might have strict parents. Yes, if you're older, you might can't get around as much. Yes, if you're in your middle ages, you might be working a job doing what you gotta do. But find some way to get it out there. Because the amount of people who watch Netflix all the time while getting off their job, the amount of time people be wasting their time scrolling their phones, those are times you can be going on courses, not on Netflix, looking at education and figuring out how to improve yourself and whatever you're doing in life or whatever you love doing in life. Besides scrolling on your phone, you might can be scrolling for a next networking event, for a next Zoom meeting to see where you can go at. Yeah, yeah. Probably saying, well, Brendan, you don't want me to rest? I want you to rest. I just want you to know I missed it. I wanted to throw that marker at you. I just wanted you to know that you got this. You got to have the discipline to balance out your your resting and balance out your active stuff. Be passive, but be active as well. And that's something I have to learn every day too. Manage your time right. Once you manage your time right, you can get everything you can get done. Because people are like, see, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. That's a whole nother video by itself. But even time management plays with this loneliness epidemic. Figure out why you're so alone. Figure out inside what's going on. Maybe jot down notes, not on a whiteboard, maybe on a notepad. Figure out what's the pros and cons to why you're not doing what you're doing. And as you figure out, it will come to mind what's needed to come in your brain to just do what you gotta do. Hopefully I'm making sense in this video. Hopefully I wasn't all over the place, but that's the point of this episode. Is just to let you know. Hopefully this episode be not pure, because loneliness is always something that we all may face one day, but be a stepping stone to help you improve on letting go of that loneliness and having more of that social aspect of yourself. And if you're looking for people or groups to socialize with, click that link down below. Go check out everything, because I have a community that I'm working the works of. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and notification button to this YouTube video if you enjoyed it. My name is Brendan Brown, host of Development Pod. Thank you.